Hi everyone, I'm Vicky and welcome back to my channel, and this is another monthly empties video, and this is my April empties. So I'm going to be talking you through all the products that I used up in the month of April and my thoughts on them. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like April has just flown by. I don't know where it's gone. I don't really know where this year is going. It's just flying by so quickly. I mean, it's May already. We're nearly halfway through the year. That's crazy. So this month I finished off 9 products, which is quite a good amount. It's fairly similar to the amount that I finished off in previous months. I have 2 makeup products that I finished off, 2 perfumes, and the rest are all skincare. So I'm going to talk you through those products and my thoughts on them. I'm going to start off with perfumes, and I've used up 2 of these Nyx perfumes. They're really nice little sizes. They take about 3 weeks for me to completely use them up. So they're just a great little size to really try out all the different perfumes that Nyx do. The first one I used up was Define. Now this one is kind of a sophisticated scent. It reminds me a little bit of like a female boss office type perfume. It smells quite kind of powerful. I can't remember exactly what the notes are for this one. It doesn't say on the bottle. Can't really smell it either, but it's quite a sophisticated grown-up scent. It's not my favourite out of the ones that they do. It's nice enough, but it just doesn't grab me. I like that I was able to try a small amount of this, and now that I've tried it, I know that I wouldn't purchase this in the bigger size. Like I say, nothing wrong with it. It doesn't smell horrible. It's just not one of my favourites that Nyx do. And then the next one that I finished up was Eau Nude. This is a really lovely daytime everyday type of perfume if you wear perfume in that way. I tend to just wear whatever perfume I want at any time of the year. I don't kind of stick to sort of sexy perfumes of a night time. I'll happily wear that during the day. But this one is that real kind of classic everyday type of perfume. I do prefer this one to Define. Again, it's not one of my favourites that Nyx do. It's nice enough. So I probably would repurchase this if I did want a, perfume that's gonna work for a lot of different occasions, but there are others that I prefer. I love Nyx Gold, that is my favourite perfume, but a nice enough perfume. Alright, let's move on to the makeup empties then. And the first product I finished off was a Project Pan item, so a little bit of a spoiler ahead of my Project Pan update video, and that is the Max Factor Primer. Now, I was hoping to finish this up a little bit earlier than I did, and that's because, so it's a pump, so it moves up, and once it got to this gold bar here and I wasn't able to mark how much was left in it, I was thinking, oh, this will be done in a couple of days. But I think it took an extra sort of 2 or 3 weeks. It kept pumping out product. But I did eventually finish this in, I think, my 60s or my 70s makeup video. I can't remember which one, but I did finish it live in a video, which is great. I'm still of the opinion that primers don't really do a lot. I couldn't really tell a difference on days when I wore this primer and days when I didn't. It felt nice enough. Was it smoothing? I don't know. It didn't make my eyes sting though, and the primer that I have replaced this one with does actually make my eyes sting a little bit, so in that sense I kind of prefer this one. It's nice enough if you just want a standard primer, but because I didn't really notice that this did anything, I wouldn't repurchase this. But I probably wouldn't repurchase a lot of primers that I've tried because I don't think that they really do anything. I think if you moisturise your face well enough with a moisturiser, that kind of does the job. And then the next makeup item that I finished off was a lip liner, and it's by MAC, and this is their Pro Longwear Lip Pencils, and this is in Staunchly Stylish, and I don't think you can get this shade, and I'm not sure if you can even get this type of lip pencil anymore. It's a lot creamier than the others, but saying that, when I wear this all over my lips, it doesn't feel creamy anymore. It actually feels quite drying. So I just use this to line the outside of my lips rather than to fill in the entire lip. It's a really nice mauvey pink berry type of shade, so this works quite well with a lot of my different lipsticks. So a lot of my Estee Lauder ones, a lot of my NYX ones. So this is quite a versatile lip liner, and that is why I have managed to use this up, because it has gone with a lot of lipsticks that I've been using in my 4 weeks 4 lipsticks videos. I wasn't able to sharpen this pencil even further. I was trying to turn it in the pencil sharpener and it was just sticking, it just wouldn't have it. And then when I did manage to sharpen it, the pencil that is left in there, the pigment that's left in there, was really crumbly. So it does look like I could possibly get a little bit more out of it, but I've tried and I can't, so I'm calling this done. And I'm quite happy that I have finished this off because I think I've got about 9 lip liners, and that is a category that I do want to be reducing this year, so I'm glad that I can tick one of those off of my list. Alright, let's move on to skincare now, and I finished off 2 cleansers. The first one is my Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. This is the 200g size tub, so it is massive. This takes me ages to get through. I think I've had this for about a year. So although it is pricey, and I did get it with a discount I think, it is worth it in terms of how long you're going to have this in your collection. You're not going to get through this really quickly. So I use this as a first cleanser of an evening to get rid of my SPF, to get rid of all my makeup, and I absolutely love this product. This is a product that I will always repurchase, I'll always have in my collection. Nothing takes off my makeup like this does. This stuff is incredible. It is heavily scented though, so if you don't like fragranced skincare, yeah, I can still smell it, you probably won't like this because it is very strong. It reminds me of, if you've ever been to a spa, of walking into a spa and you smell all of those essential oils. I personally love the smell. If you've got sensitive skin, you probably wouldn't like this. I don't have sensitive skin, but I have to be really careful with this when I use it on my eyes to remove my eye makeup. It is fantastic at removing my eye makeup. It removes all traces of it. I don't get any little telltale sort of black smudging under my eyes from my mascara like I do with the cleansing balm I'm using at the moment. But when I put this on my eyes, I have to be careful about not opening my eyes whilst I've got it on because it will irritate it. So that is the only thing I don't like about this product, but apart from that, it is absolutely brilliant. Like I say, the best product that I have tried in terms of getting my makeup off at the end of the day. It's a cult classic, it's one of Elemis's most popular, most beloved products, and I can totally tell why. I think it's excellent. And I've probably got through about 5 of these cleansing balms, 2 in this size, probably about 2 or 3 of the 100 grams, and actually I've gone through quite a few of these small pots, the 50g pots, so I've probably used up maybe sort of 8 of these in the past. So a bit of a telltale sign that I love this product. The next product that I used up was a second cleanser, or a morning cleanser, and this is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Cleanser, and I have cut into it to get rid of all the traces of product in the tube. Again, this is a bit of a cult classic, really popular product, and I did really want to try this. This has been on my list of skincare that I want to try, but I was waiting for a discount code because it's quite a pricey cleanser, as is the Elemis one, but I know that one works. So I think this is about £28–29 for a cleanser, which is a lot of money for a product that you're just going to put on your face for about 30 seconds and then it's going to be washed off down the drain. But I got a discount on this and I'm really pleased that I tried this because this is a lovely cleanser. It is beautiful. You don't need a lot of it, you just need maybe a pea-size amount. You apply it onto damp skin and it's a really beautiful hydrating cream cleanser. It's so easy, it's so quick to use, so if you're in a bit of a rush in the morning, squeeze a little bit of this out, massage it into your skin for about 30 seconds, wipe off and you're done. My skin has been quite dehydrated recently and I have found that this has helped, so I would actually repurchase this product. Like I say, I do think it is expensive, but I think it is worth it. CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser is a good dupe for it, but it's not as hydrating as this cleanser. So if you do have dehydrated skin or possibly really dry skin, mine is dehydrated, not dry, you would really love this. So if you've not tried this cleanser and you do want to, I would recommend it. I think it is lovely. It does have a slight scent. I think it says that it's not scented. What does it say? Clinically tested to be safe for sensitive skin. I can't see anything about fragrance, but it does have such a slight fragrance. It's a little bit sweet but quite kind of comforting. I would describe it like a nourishing, warm, cozy blanket smell, if that makes sense. I hope it does. It comes out white, and when you apply it onto your skin it is ever so slightly, I want to say grainy, but that makes it sound like it's harsh. It's not. It's got such a slight bit of texture to it, but immediately when you start massaging it into your skin it disappears, and it does turn into a really lovely cream cleanser. The consistency is beautiful in this. This took me about 2 months, I think, morning and evening to use up, so it's not a product you're going to spend a lot of money on and then be done with in a month. Ideally I would have liked it to last a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I really enjoyed this product and I would definitely repurchase this, but I do want to try some cheaper alternatives before I do that. Alright, next product I used up was this hydrating facial mist. This is the Heritage Store Rosewater and Glycerin mist. This is a mist that Caroline Hirons recommended, and I've said it before, I get a lot of my skincare recommendations from her. I use this after cleansing when I want to sandwich my serum, my hydrating serum. So when I cleanse my skin in the morning, it's still damp, I spray this, I use a hydrating serum and I spray this again. I can't say that I have noticed too much that this is a really hydrating product, but it does help with that sandwiching technique of your serum. So I don't think this is an essential step in your routine, but I do find it quite handy to have one to hand. I love the smell of rose, and this does have a rose scent to it. It's not really sickly or really overpowering, so if you're not keen on that rose scent, which is usually a real synthetic scent, this is a lot nicer. And this is a proper mist as well. I don't like it when you buy a facial mist and it's more like a spray. There is a difference between a mist and a spray. A mist is really fine, it's a light covering on your skin, which is what this is, and a spray is a lot heavier. You're kind of drenching your face in water or in product, and that's what I found the Superdrug face mist to be like. It was a lot harsher than this one. This is very light. I would repurchase this one again because I found it to be quite good. I didn't have any sort of sensitivity to it. I could spray this and then immediately open my eyes afterwards. It's quite a good price, but I wouldn't buy it assuming or hoping that it would do amazing things for my dehydration. It's a good product to have, it's very handy. I like it, but I wouldn't say that I love it. The next product I used up was a vitamin C face oil, and this was the Sunday Riley CEO Glow, and this is vitamin C and turmeric. It is orange, the bottle is orange, but the fluid is also orange as well. It does have a scent to it. It is quite faint, it's not overpowering and really citrusy like you would expect vitamin C to be, or really spicy like you would expect turmeric to be. A little goes a long way with this, so although it is a little bit pricey, I think it's about £34, you're not going to get through this really quickly. I think this probably lasted me 3-4 months possibly, and I would use this every morning. I would use 3 or 4 drops every morning. Now with vitamin C, I don't get that real radiance, that real glow to your skin like you're meant to with vitamin C. It's nice, my skin likes it, I don't have any sort of sensitivity with vitamin C, but I just don't get that radiance afterwards like a lot of people do. And I know there is some sort of concern that with vitamin C in serums in clear or fairly clear bottles like this, your product is going to degrade. So I am interested in the future to try a vitamin C in a pump. So I think the Ole Henriksen one is in a pump, and that helps to protect the stability of the product. But I like this one and I would use this one again. Alright, and next product is the Nuxe, I'm not quite sure how you say that, Cream Gel Multi Correction. I got this in an M&S Beauty Advent Calendar about 2 years ago, so it's taken me a little while to get around to using this, and this is a 15ml tube. This took me possibly 3 weeks to use up. This is a moisturiser, but it felt a little bit more like a makeup product, like a primer. It had that kind of look to it. It was kind of pearlescent with a bit of a ivory sort of tinge to it. Because it is a cream gel multi-correction, I think the colour of the cream has got those correction properties in it, although I can't say My skin looked corrected. It felt like a nice moisturiser, not hugely moisturising, so I would need something a bit more hydrating because of my dehydration. The scent is quite perfumed. Yeah, I've washed this and this is still quite heavy. That's fine for the amount of time it took me to use up this tube, but if I had the full-sized product, I probably would need a break halfway through just to use something that isn't as heavily perfumed. Now, I don't mind perfume fragrance in skincare, but when it does smell like perfume, like they've emptied a bottle of perfume into a product, that's when I then have an issue. Not because of sensitivity, but because it's just strong and I don't want my face to be smelling that strong of perfume. It is nice, and that would be a really nice traditional perfume to wear, but I just don't want it in my moisturiser. So I wouldn't purchase the full size of this product. I think it was alright, and I do like the small sizes like this to try lots of different products. I'm glad I've tried it, but I wouldn't repurchase it. So those were my products that I used up in the month of April. So I'm doing really well with working through my collection. Now, some of those products were products that I bought this year, so the Sunday Riley CEO Glow and the spray, but the others were all bought before this year, so it is nice to be working through my collection and figuring out what I like and what I don't like and what I would repurchase. And there are some other products that I'm really close to finishing up, so I think in May's empties videos I'm hopefully going to have similar numbers in terms of product empties. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon in my next video. Thank you guys, bye bye.